Welcome to the detective adventure. The room's a mess like a battlefield. The desk computer's gone, and the backpack holds egg slices and muddy clothes odd. There's a flashlight and a detector. Craven switches on the detector, and suddenly scans the room only to find some exotic hair belonging to his daughter. What in the world happened to her? Craven finally realizes it's not just an accident. This is far more complex than I accidentally killed someone. Meanwhile, in an underground garage, a bespectacled defense official is secretly talking with a mysterious man. The man is named Jeb, a CIA agent who's only found in serious situations. Jeb has a huge contract with a company, big enough to make you think he's some kind of big shot. But his secret almost got blown. 3 people died fleeing, and one of their co-workers got whacked. It's Emma. He shielded his dad from a bullet. Jeb seeks the shooter. The bespectacled man dismisses them as minor figures. Only national security matters here, and they called Jeb in to eliminate potential problems. Remember him, he's about to surprise. Craven finds a lady in his daughter's call log. She's panicking, but to stay safe, she doesn't spill the beans, only mentions something about Emma's company. Then she hangs up, and it looks like this is linked to Emma's company. Craven charges towards Northmore. The boss, John, mourns Emma's death. This firm's a great talent factory. After investigation, Northmore is a research institute with golf contracts to secure national strategic resources. O hangotia remicro divide by tilde u circumflex o d circumflex ioma eth I circumflex letter 2bd pan sign eomat eth as letter 3ca cyrillic letter 4ab so 3 omla aomla u acute igrov letter 763 copyright. They're developing materials for nuclear weapons, top secret. Craven's a cop. John slipped up. Loving father seeking truth. But he says Emma's just an intern, not involved in anything major. John doesn't have an ounce of hostility towards Craven. He thinks of him as just a grieving dad. After learning about his daughter's job, Craven leaves Northmore. He gets a call from work they've finally found, but when they burst into the room, the killer has already committed suicide. That gun killed his daughter. Craven sees the hair shorter than the killer's, not freshly cut. It's obvious that someone's framing someone here. It's a wicked prank. He burned all of his daughter's clothes. Just then, the mysterious man Jeb arrives. After a brief chat, he directly tells Craven this is mind-blowing. Craven's daughter was tagged as a national security threat. Then they walk into the room together. Jeb pulls out a photo of those 3 from the beginning of the film, found dead near the river by Northmore. They played a game of cat and mouse while fleeing and ended up losing it all. The drowned trio belonged to a group called Leaf Flower, environmentalist radicals fighting for their cause. They occasionally resort to blowing things up, but Craven knows his daughter is definitely not one of them. Seems they share similar traits, both preferring solitude. Jeb suspects Emma's also in Leaf Flower. He spilled the secret to a lot more people, including Craven. No wonder he hasn't taken Craven out. He just wants to get to the... Jeb lets Craven continue the investigation and heads out of his house. Craven goes to find David again. He mentions Leaf Flower and the recent troubles they uncovered. Things are getting really tangled. At this point, David reveals the truth. Emma finds Northmore's secret. They're making dangerous items. She wrote to a senator and even found a lawyer, but in the end, no one helped her. Subsequently, Leaf Flower appeared. Emma guided them into the tunnel but stayed out. Craven wonders why Emma was exposed to radiation, but David confirms she wasn't. Only if people enter the tunnel, a madman like John will release radioactive steam. What a shady business. That's why there's 3 drowned. Craven hands the gun over to David. After David's reveal, danger looms. Craven awaits John outside Northmore for a welcome. But although looks like he's been spotted, he's quickly getting followed. He parks beside the restroom, and as soon as he sits, he's being tailed again. Craven quickly finds a loo, climbs to the top, and gets ready for the great bathroom escape. He smashes the top glass and jumps out of the bathroom, escaping like a pro dancer. They get to the restroom only to find Craven has vanished. It's like magic. Once they step out, Craven's already gone, but the car, it's hit the snag. The glass is shattered, and the tires are deflated. Craven sounds the alarm and goes on a full highway pursuit. Finally, he locates John's car, following closely behind. Time for a little car showdown. Craven steps out, punches the driver twice, then goes to the back. No proof, but her death is surely linked to him. You better show me some action. Then he leaves. The informed senator is now warning everyone on TV. Subtitles. David, who is alone in self-examination, has collapsed onto the couch and at this moment Jeb starts to question whether what he's doing is truly right. This is their next encounter. Jeb lifts a glass, and Craven says, "Is this a case of an eye for an eye?" What a conventional rule. Can such a tangled case ever be resolved? The interests behind it are just too intricate. Although he works for a senator, he believes Emma was right. That friend of his daughter finally reaches out to Craven. "You're still scared even though they're dead." They were exactly the ones Emma introduced to Leaflower.